hope these tips can help you because I know you can make friends. Hi everyone, it's Kiki. Thanks for hanging out. Today's video is going to be sort of like a tough love pep talk, I guess. This is for all the people out there that can't seem to keep friends, get third dates. It's not hard. The only thing you're missing is looking inward. Humans are meant to interact with other humans. And if you are not able to keep friends and not able to go on second or third dates or like find a partner like you want, then there might be something that you need to work on inside. And if you're sensitive, I don't suggest that you listen to this video until you are ready to listen to constructive feedback. Like, this is all constructive feedback that can help you, but there are people out there that are very defensive and they can't take constructive feedback. If you want to be successful in anything, you need to be able to have objective constructive feedback from yourself and from other people. And if you can't listen to this, come back when you are ready. A really good place to start is to look inward and think about how you make people feel. Do you make them feel safe? Do you make them feel seen or heard? Or do you just use people? Try to look at yourself objectively. And, a good place to start would be past relationships and friends. You could ask them why that relationship didn't go well, and you could learn a lot because, of course, they're going to be honest with you. They have nothing to lose. If they don't tell you the truth, then, well, that person has communication problems. But if you call up any of your old friends or exes, I'm sure they'll be like, yeah, I didn't like this thing that you did, and I kept telling you, but you weren't listening. Think about what it's like when you're around people. Do you steal the spotlight? Do you not let people talk all the time? Are you thinking about yourself, how you would feel, and not really caring about how the other person feels? A relationship is a trade of time and effort. And if you're not going to make it worth their time to be around you, they're not going to want to be around you. Are you having trouble with partners that don't stick around? Think about maybe how are you making them feel? Are you nagging a lot? You shouldn't be nagging. You should change your style of communication. Nagging is so like 1950s. We have communication skills now, and you should work on communicating effectively. Also, with guys, I want to tell you, the more you nag, the more they will not like you. So every time you nag, it's like you take away from that relationship. It's better to have effective communication, show them via actions, and that'll bring you guys closer. You give them like a lot of BS? Do you have a lot of drama? Are you well adjusted? Think about what are you looking for in a partner? And if you want that specific type of partner, you should be the type of person to attract that. For example, if you want a running partner, somebody who runs, you also should be somebody who runs and not a couch potato. I mean, yes, runners may want to be with a couch potato because then they can rest, but I'm just saying, like, you're more likely to meet someone who is similar to you if you're already being that type of person, aka you want a runner, be a runner. Like for me, I'm in a romantic relationship. My goal is I want to be with someone where we can grow and achieve goals together and be better than we were like literally an hour ago. And that is what I want in my relationship. With attracting friends and romantic relationships, consider how are you presenting yourself in this sim? How are you presenting yourself? You can choose, and it needs to be authentic. For example, it needs to fit you and it needs to be accurate. And it, like, if you're using things to try to attract people with your appearance that is fake, people are going to know, and you're only going to attract more fake people. You need to present your best self because that brings you better opportunities. Like, how are you standing? How are you? How is your energy? What are you exuding? What kind of like literally aura that you have? And that aura energy comes from what's inside, how you feel, your competency, like what you like. If you're frustrated, it comes out through your energy, and nobody wants to be friends with people that are like, ugh. I mean, unless they want to do charity and they want to fix it or something, but I don't have time for any more charity. And I just want friends where we can do this together, where we can like make goals and do this together. I don't want to do this. Okay, I'm not doing that anymore. Another thing you should ask yourself is, are you engaging? Are you interesting? And I'm not saying like be interesting and be fake. Like, what are you really interested in? And what are your hobbies like? Like, What are your passions in, and are you doing those? And if you don't know, that's okay. Now is the time. No better time than now to figure out what you're interested. I'm very interested in science. So you know what I did? I went and I got a bachelor's in science and physics. I know that's a little crazy, but there are all the smaller things too. If you like baking, start baking. If you like water, figure out types of water. Like you can do anything and everything now. Don't limit yourself. There's so many hobbies you could do that can make you interesting. There's so many adventures that you could go on that make you interesting. But like I said again, don't do this because you're like, oh, this is cool. I want to be cool. Do this because you think, wow, that is something that really interests me and that's going to bring me joy and that's going to pour back into me. And that's what makes you interesting. You're not interesting because you have the latest, greatest, trendy, whatever sunglasses or something. That's just no. I mean, you will attract other people like that, but I find that's not my type of people. If you want to attract that type of person, that's fine too. But I like a little bit more substance. Not only is being engaging important, what is your emotional health like? Are you emotionally stable? Are you well adjusted? Do you understand emotional intelligence? For example, you don't want to be friends with somebody who is angry inside and then takes it out on you because anger is a valid feeling, but it's what you do with that anger. Anger is just showing you you have a place that you need to work on. You have something that you need to work on, and you don't need to act out on it. Also, another thing, have you worked on your ego? Like, is your ego really big? Are you selfish? Are you emotionally immature? How are you with your ego? Are you working together with your ego? These are all important questions that you should be asking yourself and things that you need to work on. If you want quality people, you need to make sure that you are not insecure, that you're not being controlled by your emotions. Also, ask yourself, are you like selfish? Do you force people to do things for you? Do you push? That's really annoying. People don't like that. And if somebody doesn't want to do something, you shouldn't force them to do it because you want it. That's yeah, you can't use people that way. We all have autonomy and we're not just pawns in your game for you to play. If you're finding you have to force people to do things, like then they are not your friends. Friends usually like to do kind acts for their friends. Like if say for example, you have to force me to give you chocolate, I'm not your friend. If I have chocolate, I'm going to want to share it with you and I want you to enjoy it with me too. Start with being start with being the friend that you wish you had. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, I wish my friends did this. Just do it. Just do that thing. I'm going to use running again because it's just the thing on my mind. I haven't ran in a while and I miss it. If you want running friends, the easiest way to get running friends is you start running and then people run with you eventually after a few weeks. Like they'll see you running all the time. They're like, hey, that guy runs. I'm going to run with him. And you, it's just so much easier that way and natural. You don't force somebody to be like, you need to run with me. Like, do you see what I mean? I know self reflection is tough, and I probably gave you a whole bunch of questions to reflect on. But I really hope you take this time to actually do so to make your life better. Because once you improve yourself, you also improve it for yourself. And then people are going to naturally want to hang out with you. If you're interesting, if you're kind, if they see you as a possible like partner in life, like if you're competent, people are going to flock to you. If you make people feel seen, if you make people feel heard, yeah, you're not going to have any issue with that. I hope these tips can help you because I know you can make friends. Like I said earlier, we're all human and we're meant to make friends. So just work on your inside.